Hello, you're watching Wingin' and Singin' It, the show where we got a musical guest. We're going to play them a song that they've never heard before, ever. And at the end of the show, they're going to perform that song live, karaoke, in front of a bunch of cameras. Today is our season 2 finale, and we have a very special guest to end the season off with. This is none other than Catherine M.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Mildly cold. It's not warm in this room.
Mildly cold. We're in a different room. You got the big room, a luxury for the season finale, and it's very cold. They did crank the air conditioning up very much in here, so
It could be worse. It could be 90 degrees.
it could be worse. I'd rather be cold than sweating, and I feel like you're about to heat this room up with the performance you're about to give us today.
I'm gonna be on fire. No promises.
No promises. But hey, tell us about yourself. What's your life? What's your story? What's your musical background?
So I like music a lot.
You like music?
I like music a lot.
I don't know. I don't know how I could tell.
So I play a couple instruments, mostly just piano and oboe. Those are the ones that I did growing up.
And oboe?
And oboe.
The reed instrument?
Yes.
That's so hardcore.
Listen, the more reed you have, the more hardcore you are. And I had double. It was a double reed instrument.
Oh, double trouble.
Double trouble. I did a couple of choirs throughout elementary school and high school. One of your guests, actually, I sang with her a lot. I still do, actually. We do a lot of car karaoke. So long
That
road
tracks.
trips. Yeah,
That tracks very much.
we've got a good thing going on there. I think she also gave me a shout out in her video.
That is correct. That was Jordan Ganley, who in episode 2 of this season performed Say You'll Be There by the Spice Girls, an episode which we were just talking about. You watched it. Thank you for watching it. And thank you, Jordan, I'm sure, for peer pressuring Kat to come on the show today.
She killed it, by the way. So if
She
you're
did.
watching this and you haven't seen hers, go watch it.
Go watch it. Episode 2. But more about you. Tell us more about yourself.
I don't know much more about myself. What is there to share? I would say I'm an uninteresting person, but I think I'm interesting, except for when I'm asked about myself.
Well, you mentioned a lot of singing. What kinds of things do you normally like to sing? What kinds of things do you normally like to listen to? What's your musical vibe?
I like to say that there's not much that I don't listen to. Mostly my Spotify thinks that I listen to a lot of pop, right? So again, like Teddy Swims. I mean, I see like Dua Lipa on there. I listen to contemporary country. I'm actually going to a concert tomorrow,
Ooh.
which I'm very excited about. It's Luke Combs.
Have fun.
Thank you. I'll try not to sweat too much.
It's going to be hot.
Other than that, I mean, I played a lot of classical for oboe in competitions. I love going to concerts.
That's a good mix. That is a good mix. But I have some bad news for you.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, you are not here to sing Teddy Swims, and you are also not here to sing Luke Combs. You are here to wing it and sing it. So before the show, Kat was given a list of song titles. No artist, no genre, no nothing. And the song title you chose was
Rooms on Fire.
Rooms on Fire. Out of the song titles I gave you, what made you pick Rooms on Fire?
Well, the other ones kind of had not as high level of energy in their song titles.
Fair.
So, things like Waiting Game or Living in a Haze. I just felt like the word fire meant that the song would be at least emotionally charged in some way. Thinking things like, Bed on Fire by Teddy Swims. So I'm kind of hoping it'll be along those lines. It's either like a sad, like my room is on fire, or like I'm setting these rooms on fire, angry aspect. So one or the other, I would say.
That's a good point. Who do you think started the fire?
Oh, it couldn't be Billy Joel, could it? I mean, he said,
Do you
we
think
didn't
it was
start the
him?
fire.
It wasn't him. So who do you think it was?
I have no idea.
Do you think it was the singer? Or do you think it was someone else? Do you think it was natural causes? Maybe it was a lightning strike. Or maybe it was arson. What do you think?
Maybe it was climate change.
What if this song is about the ozone layer? Do you really think I got you singing about the ozone layer? Actually, that's the exact kind of song I would put on the Wingin' and Sing It set list.
That would be.
You could be singing about the ozone layer in just a few minutes, right about now. But what kind of genre, what kind of artist do you think you're going to be singing today with a song title like Rooms on Fire?
Well, first of all, I'm hoping that the song is in English. Second of all, obviously I'm more accustomed to singing pop. I told him, hey, if I end up choosing opera, I might cry. So I'm hoping it's not opera. Artist-wise, I think hopefully not someone who sings super high and belty. Male vocals tend to be pretty okay. I can usually take them either up an octave or sing in the original key. That's my best guess.
Hey, that's your best guess. And we have another thing for you to guess, because once again, your artist is on the Wing It and Sing It poster right over here. So if you had to pick someone from this poster who sang your song Rooms on Fire, who do you think it is?
I'm just gonna go with some wishful thinking and think maybe like Ava Max.
Ava Max?
Adele.
Adele, maybe. Ooh.
Maybe Bastille.
Maybe Bastille.
I'm just gonna stop there. 3 guesses seems like a lot.
3 guesses. Well, are you ready to find out if you were right? Are you ready to find out and hear the song Rooms on Fire?
Did I strike out on all 3?
For the very first time. Are you ready?
No, but yes.
Let's do it. And there it is. That was Rooms on Fire by, could you tell?
It was a female artist, that's all I know.
It was a female artist by the name of Stevie Nicks.
Okay.
Stevie Nicks, that's right. The vocalist from Fleetwood Mac and a very long and successful solo career of her own. That was Rooms on Fire from her 4th studio album released in 1989. That song was written and performed about the producer Rupert Hine, who also produced that very song and played the drums. What do you think?
Well, I actually, when I heard her voice, I thought, okay, this will be nice not having to belt super high. There was a little bit of that like rasp that I really liked, very like Miley Cyrus in her like Plastic Hearts album era, which I absolutely adore.
Mm-hmm.
The chorus is definitely very catchy. I was able to kind of pick up on that towards the end. There's a lot of nice little classical guitar, like very like 80s, 90s vibe going on. I'm pretty excited. I think the verses will be a little harder, but I'm a fan.
I think you like the song, and I think you've got a really good grasp on being able to perform it. What do you think? You feeling ready?
I won't know until I try.
We won't know until we try. And that's exactly what Kat is about to do right now. She's going to go and practice the song. And when we come back, we'll be back for her very first performance of Rooms on Fire by Stevie Nicks.
Somewhere out in the back of your mind comes your real life and the life that you know. It seems like it was the creation of some of the same old things. They seem to be the only thing left out in the light. She had trusted many, but been unfamiliar with almost everyone but you. Well, maybe I'm just thinking that the rooms are all on fire every time that you walk in the room. Well, there is magic all around you, if I do say so myself. I have known this much longer than I've known you. She had trusted many, and then there would be someone who would enter into her presence that she could sense from miles. She dreamed of her wanton luxury, and she laughed and she cried cried and she tried to taunt him. And he hated to be separated from that picture. No, well, maybe I'm just thinking that the rooms are all on fire every time that you walk in the room. Well, there is magic around you, if I do say so myself. I have known you much longer than I've known you. Oh, that's a white cloud, my memory. Oh, that's a white cloud, my memory. There is magic all around you every time you walk in the room. Oh, well, maybe I'm just thinking that the rooms are all on fire every time that you walk in the room. Well, there is magic all around you, if I do say so myself. Well, I have known you much longer than I've known you. Well, maybe I'm just thinking that the rooms are all on fire every time that you walk in the room. Well, there is magic all around you, if I do say so myself. I have known this much longer than I've known you.
And we're back with Catherine Im after her very first performance ever of Rooms on Fire by Stevie Nicks. And Kat, what the hell? That was so good. That was so beautiful. What the hell?
There were a couple lyrics that I messed up in there that
oh, please.
Listen, it was like something like I've known this longer than I've known you, and I ended up singing like I've known you longer than I know you.
The
so.
words are hard. You moved a couple around creative liberties. That's what
there
makes
you
it
go.
yours. It's no longer Rooms on Fire by Stevie Nicks. You took that song from her, and now it's Rooms on Fire by Catherine Im. How did you feel? How did you feel about singing the song? I feel like it really fits you. I think it really fits your voice. It sounded great.
So when I started kind of singing along, I realized this is legitimately perfectly in range of the like one octave that I have that's extremely comfortable. So it's like the G below middle C. That's the lowest that I am really comfortable belting. And then the G to A above middle C, that one octave is probably my favorite octave to belt in. And it just so happens that was what it was in. So I got lucky.
Very lucky song choice for a very fantastic performance. I'm going to use some words that you just taught me as we were setting up the cameras, because there was that one transition you did in the song where you went from, what was it, your chest voice to your head voice. When I heard that transition, I was like, that is so cool. I don't know how you did that, but that was really cool.
That's something that I really like doing. I think if I may get a little bit more in the weeds.
Okay, hit me with it.
When I hit the head voice, that was an A above middle C. I think I was a little sharp on that, but I couldn't really hear myself. But I think I was a little sharp on that. But yeah, I don't think that transition was in the song originally. But that's a really comfortable, it's called a break point for me. That's where I break between my chest voice and my head voice. So that was great. Threw it in there, a little bit of extra sparkle.
Wow. And you were looking at the sheet music for this song, right?
I looked it up on MuseScore, and I spent about 30 seconds looking at it before realizing it kind of sucked.
I was about to say, you have a level of technical knowledge that I didn't have, but it seems like it didn't come in handy for this at all. Not that you needed it, because it turned out fantastic without it.
Thank you. I do a lot of sheet music related things. I guess that's the one thing I didn't cover in my intro. I like transcribing music. And so people will come to me with like video game music requests or like piano versions of songs that they really like. I'm working right now on Come Back to Earth by Mac Miller, turning that into a piano backing track.
Wow, then I guess we shouldn't be surprised at how technically proficient as well as just really nice sounding that cover was. Congratulations on a great cover of that song. And thank you so much for coming on the show. This was
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
And that was Wing It and Sing It, our season 2 finale. Thank you for watching all season long.